I'm going to show you guys how you can make a ton of coins investing in Road to the Final cards on FIFA 22. But first, I need to show you the easiest way that you can make coins. If you guys are looking for the cheapest and most reliable coins on the market, make sure to head over to utnice.com and use code CHIEF for 6% off at checkout. Now let's go ahead and jump right into this video. So guys, jumping into this video again, what we're going to be looking at here is investing in Road to the Final cards. Now, these cards always have tons and tons of fluctuations, changes in prices on the market because these are upgradable cards. As these cards get wins, as they advance further in the Champions League, they get upgraded and they get better cards. So these cards change in price a ton. So we're going to talk about how we can take advantage of that to kind of make some good coins. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is hype investing. So a card that I want to look at here is Quadrado. Hype investing is essentially getting in early on a card before there's a ton of excitement around it and it starts going up in price. So for example, this Quadrado here, his Road to the Final card, he's currently about 150k on PlayStation, and he is basically the best Serie A right back in the game. He gets great links as well to all the Juve cards. He's a great card. And Juventus drew 1-1 with Villarreal in their first match, so they do have a great chance of advancing to the next round, and he would get an upgrade for them advancing. So basically what we want to do is cards like this that have good potential to get upgraded, because obviously Juve is going to be favored over Villarreal. Basically, cards like this always rise in the days leading up to the game that they play in. For example, cards that I want to show you to kind of mirror what I'm talking about. This Kai Havertz card. Chelsea here played on Tuesday. And even before they were playing, Monday he was at 254k. So over the weekend, he's 225, 228k here, right? You can see 254k on Monday. Obviously, he kept rising Tuesday because, let's look at Wednesday here. He kept rising on Tuesday because, you know, Chelsea won. He's going to get an upgrade. He could potentially get another. But what I wanted to point out is even before the game, he's rising 30, 40k because people are buying him up because they think Chelsea are going to do well. So what I'm looking to do here is probably pick up a Quadrado very, very soon here and just hold him in my club. And I think he's going to rise before the Juventus game. And the day leading up to it, the hours leading up to it, I think a lot of people are going to go, they're going to, a switch is going to flick. They're going to be like, oh, Quadrado, Villarreal is going to lose the Juventus, Quadrado is going to get an upgrade, so a bunch of people are going to go pick this card up. And basically, just before kickoff, I would sell him. Hopefully, he's about 180k, somewhere around there. You can get rises like that. Now, that kind of leads into our second way that you can trade with these cards. Now, the second way is essentially just gambling. You could go pick up a card, for example, like a Tolisso. Tolisso, who again I think is great for hype investing as a point there. Tolisso here, you could essentially go pick him up and hold onto him because you think Bayern Munich is going to win. So you basically buy this card somewhat early and you hold onto him throughout the game. And essentially when Bayern Munich score a goal or say they go 2-0 up, this guy's going to skyrocket in price because everybody's going to go, oh, Bayern Munich are going to advance. This guy's going to get an upgrade. So tons of people start buying this dude up. So that's kind of the idea here with gambling is basically you buy the cards for the teams that you think are going to win. You hold on to them. When they score, then you sell. You sell into the hype. After teams go 1-2-0 up, this is typically when their cards are at their highest. What you'll find, which is interesting enough, is with a guy like Kai Havertz that we mentioned before. On Tuesday, he went to his highest here, about 275k. And after they won, so he's already guaranteed one upgrade, and they're up 2-0 in the tie. So if they advance, he gets another upgrade. Kai Havertz has actually dropped, and the reason for that being is there's just been more supply of him. There isn't as much excitement around the card because he's not going to get those upgrades for a bit. You sell into this hype. So say you pick up a Tolisso and you're holding him. Bayern go 2-0 up. It's the 50th minute. That's when I'm probably selling. I'm not holding till after the game. I'm not holding for him to get the upgrade. We sell into the hype, and that's how most investments are going to work there. So now I want to kind of talk about some cards I like for some different investments like this. So first of all, hype investments that I like are going to be Tolisso that we mentioned here and Quadrado that we mentioned here. I think these guys are going to get a decent amount of hype, being really good cards that get good links. And heading up to those games, I think they could easily rise 20, 30, 40K. I think they get a lot of hype around them there. And typically those Champions League ones are the ones that are going to get some real hype heading into their games. So I really like those two as hype investments. Now, I don't think Bale would be a great hype investment because, again, they're down 1-0 to Mbappe, so I don't think a lot of people are going to be buying those up. I think Alex Telles could be a great hype investment. The reason being, honestly, is just because he's a Man United player. Man United cards always do well with this type of thing because it's such a large fan base. A lot of people want to pick these cards up. So I think he's a card that could rise really well in the hype. Now, in terms of cards that I think are going to be good for gambling on, I think Tolisso is probably a very, very safe bet. I think Bayern will probably just beat the brakes off of Salzburg. I think they could easily go up 2-0 in the first 60 minutes. And I think this guy could easily go up 50, 60K just like that. So I think this Tolisso card is a great card to kind of gamble on and get some good coins off of him. Now, another option that's super, super cheap and not really the worst thing in the world would be Alexis Sanchez. I mean, he's 30K at the moment, and he's honestly got a good card other than the weak foot, I believe. Yeah, he's got a 3-star weak foot, 4-star skills. If Inter score in the first half, this card's going to go up to like 60K. Because if Inter score, they only need one more to tie the tie, draw the tie, whatever you want to say, words. But, say they go down 1-0, he might come down. He's currently at 30K. He might go to like 26K. Nobody thinks they're going to advance anyway, so he's already super cheap. So a guy that's already that cheap, you could just throw in the club. Because if Inter score, you're going to make some good coins out of him. So I like that card as well. My two big ones are Quadrado and Tolisso. I think those are just really, really great cards to invest in at the moment. Now, I'm not really in tune with the Conference League or the Europa League. I want to see where Sevilla is at right now because I like the look of this Alejandro Gomez card. Europa League results. He's only 30K there. If I have a look, so Sevilla is advancing on aggregate, it looks like. They lost 1-0. And they had they're advancing on aggregate. So this Alejandro Gomez card is actually going to get an upgrade. But I feel like a lot of people might think he's not because they lost the most recent game. This guy's about to get an upgrade. League Team of the Tournament, Road to the Final. This Alejandro Gomez card is only 30K and he's about to get an upgrade. And Sevilla typically run the Europa League. So I think he's honestly a really, really good investment here. I think it's worth having a look at this Alejandro Gomez card as well. But yeah, in terms of investing in these cards, hype investing is typically the easiest way. Again, you can gamble on these cards as well. Just make sure with everything you're selling into the hype. Don't wait for these cards to get upgraded. Don't wait for the games to end, anything like that. Sell into the hype, sell when these cards are expensive, and get your coins out of it. But guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.